Progress is being made, but officials say it is far too early to let our guards down.
The warning comes as we head into a traditionally busy weekend for families and gatherings. CTV's Queens Park Bureau Chief Colin DeMello joins us live with the details. Colin.
Yeah, and provincial health officials are urging people not to gather for Mother's Day. That's because the province is looking at what to do next, whether or not they should extend the stay-at-home order after it expires on the 19th of May. But provincial health officials are saying a reopening now could risk a fourth wave of COVID-19. The downward trend of Ontario's third wave is facing an upcoming speed bump as families prepare to celebrate Mother's Day.
Honestly, it's just better that everybody stay home and get this thing over with because, I mean, it's been too long and we need to live life now.
Just be smart, worry about your elders and your older family members.
Provincial health officials are pleading with residents not to gather this week to help control the spread of COVID-19 variants. That's because Ontario is already on shaky ground, and the province is considering an extension of the pandemic restrictions for the rest of the month.
Given the number of cases is so high still, the number of hospitalizations and ICU overload and so on, I would be surprised if things open up at the end of May. They may open partially. Certainly, we don't want to open prematurely and end up with a fourth wave.
All of that comes with a cost to those prevented from opening their doors. According to Statistics Canada, 153,000 Ontario workers lost their jobs in the month of April alone, and they don't know when they're getting them back.
I think in Ontario, there's a lot of anger, a lot of frustration amongst the small business community with the lack of a plan or any kind of light at the end of the tunnel.
Advocates for the business community are pointing to Saskatchewan, which recently released a plan to reopen its economy tied to vaccination targets. It would give businesses here, they argue, something to work towards.
You could start to ramp your operations up as those numbers get closer to where they need to be. So for restaurants, this means, calling employees back, organizing shifts, getting your patios in gear, for example, for outdoor dining. For retail operations, it's getting your supply chain back in order.
The Ford government says the province is working on a restart plan based on vaccinations, but that the plan is still in its early stages, and there's no immediate timeline to release it to the public. Before that reopening plan can be approved by Premier Doug Ford and his cabinet, it would first have to be given the green light from the Chief Medical Officer of Health. I've been told that as of today, that plan hasn't even been presented to Dr. David Williams, which means we're still a while away before that plan becomes public. Reporting live, I'm Colin DeMello. Now back to you.